Okay, yes. So, welcome back. So, good evening, all. Welcome to today's class. Okay, so happy evening, everyone. Let's get started. Okay, so let's get started. So, uh, Madam was doing some doubt solving sessions. Okay, so please participate. You have any doubts? You did not understand anything, as Madam said. Okay, so get your basics clear because the upcoming topics are dependent. Everything is related. Okay, so there you go. We'll start today's class so with this wonderful video. Okay, so nowadays everybody uses some important apps in their everyday life. Okay, so in order to uh, do their activities. Okay, and one such wonderful app, okay, that everyone likes to use, and it is almost a necessity for all those Swiggy operators as well as courier delivery boys or girls, everyone. Which app am I talking about? Okay, so can you tell me the app which everybody uses to find the location, unknown location? Okay, so which app do we use? If you do not know the address, okay, if you do not know how to reach the place, whether it is a marriage function or whether it is your friend's home or whether anything else, all of us use this amazing app called the Google Maps. Okay, and how exactly Google Maps work, let's find it out in today's class. Okay, so but first I want to just quickly summarize. Okay, so whatever laws of chemical combination we have learned. Okay, and then I'm going to show you about the Google Maps later. Okay, so on your screen now, so I will show you what all things we have learned till now. Okay. Yes. So we have started with laws of chemical combination. Okay. So first law, the law of conservation of mass. Okay. So remember both the statements. Okay. So mass is neither created nor destroyed during a chemical reaction. The another statement, the total mass of reactants is always equal to the total mass of products in a chemical reaction. So remember both. Okay, so remember both the statements. Okay, and also please recognize what are the reactants and what are the products. All you have to do is just simple addition to show the total mass of your reactants is always going to be the total mass of your products. Okay, so that's all. So simple, easy law. Okay, so which we have already learned. We solved many more numericals also. Okay, and next we came across the second law. Okay, that is law of constant proportion. Okay, so as the name indicates, okay, so you can clearly see that the ratio is involved. So whenever a chemical substance is formed by the elements, so those elements would always combine in a definite simple whole number ratio by mass. Remember, it is by mass. Okay, so over here, so we saw the example of ammonia in yesterday's class where the ratio is 40:3. Nitrogen ratio to the hydrogen ratio is 14:3. Okay, whereas when it comes to water, the ratio of hydrogen to oxygen is 1:8. Okay, is 1:8 by mass. So remember the word mass compulsory. Okay, and we also saw another example about carbon dioxide. Okay, the ratio of carbon to oxygen. Okay, so in carbon dioxide is what we have calculated here. So that is 3:8. Okay, so moving on. So today, so I will combine both. Okay, I will combine both the laws, and let me see if you can answer the question that I'm going to ask today. A special question, so which is a combination of both the laws. Okay, so both the laws. So let us see if you can answer this question. Okay, so this is just an extra question just to check your understanding. That's all. Okay, so the extra question is right here. So we have done many numericals. So please go through this. So not one or two. So I have done sufficient number of numericals and the type of questions. Okay, so which can be asked in the exams. Everything I showed you the textbook questions also. Okay, so if you are attentive in the class, I hope you should have got sufficient practice. Okay, so similarly, I'm gonna now check your understanding. So this is extra question. I'll write the idea behind this question. Combination of first and second law. So basically laws of chemical combination, you should apply, you should solve. Okay, so what is the question? So let me write the question. Okay, so understand the question first. You did not understand, I'll explain. Don't be in a hurry. I'm not giving you prize for finishing early. This is not a race. Okay, this is practice. Understand? Take your time and solve, but I want correct answer. That's all. I don't want quick answer. I want correct answer. Understand the difference? Okay, so let's get started with the question. So what is the question? So I'm writing the question. Hydrogen combines with chlorine to form hydrogen chloride gas. Okay, to form hydrogen chloride gas. Okay, this is the reaction. Now I'll give you the data. Okay, I'll give you the data. If 142 gram of chlorine gas is reacted, so I'll not write present, okay, is combined with 10 gram, okay, 10 gram of hydrogen gas, 10 gram of hydrogen gas. How much of hydrogen chloride gas is formed? Okay, is formed. I'll just slightly change my phrase. Okay, is made to combine with. Okay, so what do you think is the answer? You want data? I will definitely give you data. Okay, so hydrogen atom 1 gram, chlorine atom 35.5 gram. Okay, so take this as the data. You want, some more help? I can definitely help you by writing the reaction. Okay, so there you go. This is your reaction, complete balanced reaction only I have written. Solve. Okay, so let us see what will be your answer. Okay, so you can type your answer in the chat and tell me. Okay, so again I'm telling you. So hydrogen gas combines with chlorine gas to form hydrogen chloride gas. Okay, so we have the data, that is 142 gram of chlorine gas is made to combine with 10 gram of hydrogen gas. How much of HCl gas is formed? So I'll just help you out. Okay, so just to have clarity. Okay, so I'll just again rephrase here. Is taken along with 10 gram. This is better. Just to rephrase the sentence. Okay, if 142 gram of chlorine gas is taken along with 10 gram of hydrogen gas. I just made my own question. Okay, like you just solve this and you can tell me the answer. Okay, so Priyanka has told the answer. Okay, interesting. Okay, then Vinay, then Sri Krishna, but not correct. Okay, so not correct. Shraddha also not correct. Okay, well, at least I appreciate that you tried. Okay, Priyanka, Vinayak, Krishna, Shraddha. Okay, so all of you, a good attempt, but wrong answer. Okay, so Tanisha. Okay, Tanisha is close. Okay, so try. Okay, so try again. So I am receiving some other answers. Okay, along with some interesting replies. Okay, but some of you are near to the answer. Okay, some of you are near to the answer, but not correct. Okay, so who? Okay, so Sri Krishna is now close to the answer. Okay, anyways, no problem, no problem. So I think I've given you enough time. Okay, so I'll get started. Okay, I'll get started. So I will solve this question. So as I told, so this is the question. Both the laws you should combine. Okay, so how do you solve this? So how do you solve this? Okay, so first thing, I want to find my ratio. Okay, so first thing, I want to find my ratio. Okay, so at least tell me this. What is the ratio? HCl. Okay, what is the ratio of hydrogen and chlorine? Okay, so what is the ratio of hydrogen, chlorine? Okay, so what is the ratio? So very nice. So I've given the data. So look at the data. Write the ratio. Okay, hydrogen gas 1, chlorine gas 35.5. Okay, so you have the ratio 1:35.5. Okay, just a formality. Okay, you should write the ratio. Okay, you should write the ratio. Now, okay, so carefully notice. This is very important. Okay, so 1 gram of hydrogen will always combine with 35.5 gram of chlorine. This is the understanding. So now in the question, okay, the reaction what they have given, H2 plus Cl2 gives me 2HCl. Okay, so what have they given? So they have given 142 gram. Okay, so here I will write 142 gram of chlorine is there. How much hydrogen should be required? Okay, how much hydrogen is required? Okay, so can you tell me this? Okay, so how much hydrogen is required? I have 142 gram of chlorine. Okay, how much hydrogen is required? Okay, so in the question I have told 10. Okay, that it is taken. But for the reaction to take place, okay, for example, I will give you 10 gulab jamun. Doesn't mean that you eat all 10. Okay, you eat 1 or 2. Or you eat all 10. Tomorrow morning in the toilet, you will have some other wonderful reaction happening. Okay, the output will be different. Okay, just because there are 10 grams does not mean all 10 grams will react. Okay, you should find out how much it will react. Okay, as per the ratio, this is my ratio. So I will write here my ratio. So as per the ratio, hydrogen is to chlorine. Hydrogen is to chlorine. This is 1:35.5. So I have 142. So how much hydrogen is required? Okay, so you cross multiply. Okay, you cross multiply. So 1 into 142 is equal to x into 35.5. So what is this x? 1 into 142 divided by 35.5. So if you carefully notice, okay, everything is going to get cancelled beautifully. Okay, everything is going to get cancelled beautifully. So if you do like this, okay, so hence x is 4 gram. Okay, so but we have 10. Okay, so we have 10 grams. Okay, so we have 10 grams. So I'll write here, so 10 grams, but only 4 gram will react. So what happens to remaining 6 gram? They do not participate in the reaction. Okay, they do not participate in the reaction. In the IPL team, okay, RCB, how many players are there in the squad? Okay, IPL squad of RCB, how many players do you think are there? Okay, so I also don't know. Around 25 players may be there. Okay, you see, around 25 players may be there, but only 11 players will play the match. Okay, only 11 players will play the match. What about the remaining 14 players? They are extra players, substitute. They'll be sitting in the bench, okay, giving water or simply sitting. Okay, so just because 10 grams of hydrogen I have given does not mean all 10 grams will react. You should find out, okay, how much will it react? Okay, you can try the other way also. Okay, you can try the other way also. Okay, so only 4 grams will react. The 6 gram will not react. Okay, so I can write again the same thing. I can write here again the same thing. So H2 plus Cl2 giving me 2HCl. Here I'm going to use law of conservation. In the beginning, I used law of constant. Now I'm going to use law of conservation because I already know only 4 gram is participating. Okay, and this is 142 gram. So what do you think is the answer? Okay, so out of 10 grams, only 4 gram will react. 6 gram is extra. Okay, so I'll write here 6 grams extra will not participate. So I'll write here will not participate in the reaction. Okay, so now how much of HCl gas do you think is formed? Okay, so you can just let me know. Just use the law of conservation of mass. So 4 gram reacting with 142 gram. So there you go. You have your answer. Okay, so simple, easy. So I have 146 gram. Okay, so which is formed. Okay, so simple, easy. So do not worry. Okay, so do not worry about our extra. Do not worry about our extra grams. They will not participate. Okay, 6 grams extra of hydrogen will not participate in the reaction. Okay, so this was your question which they won't ask in the exam. Okay, don't worry, they won't ask. Okay, so your CBSE is very nice. Okay, they will not combine the questions. They will not ask you such higher order level questions, but you can expect this in the Olympiad exams, or if your teacher, in school teacher, wants to do some advanced questions combining the both, then you can expect such things. Okay, so but anyways, so if you understood this question, you can click on the yes icon. I hope you understood. Okay, I hope I did not confuse you much. Okay, so if you did not understand, so no problem, I'm going to explain it again. Okay, so notice carefully. Okay, so remember, this is just like your RCB team. Okay, extra players need not play the match. They can simply sit and watch. Okay, audience. Extra players will not participate in the cricket match. Extra grams of the reactant will not participate in the reaction. First of all, you should find out how much is the extra. Okay, every time they need not give same amount. They can give extra amount also to confuse you. Over here in this question, so they have given 142 grams of chlorine and 10 grams of hydrogen. See, that is why I rephrased the statement. I said if 142 gram of Cl2 gas is taken along with 10 grams. I did not tell that 142 is reacting with 10 grams only. I did not tell. I changed my words. Okay, because I knew you would definitely come back to the statement of the question. So that is why I said understand the statement. And I also 2-3 times rephrased the words. 142 gram of chlorine gas is taken. I did not tell they are reacting. I told is taken along with 10 grams. And I am asking how much HCl gas is formed. Hydrogen chloride gas is formed. So you write the equation. You better find out the ratio. You better find out how much grams is required. Okay, so we found out the grams required is 4 grams of hydrogen. Okay, 4 grams of hydrogen gas. Okay, so put those 4 grams, and everything else is just a cakewalk. Okay, you just have to combine and you will know the answer. Okay, so you can definitely ask 142 can also be the extra. Find out. Okay, do the other way. Here I fixed 142 and I found out H2. Okay, if you put 10, okay, for example, I'll do it right in front of you. Okay, this is 1:35.5. If I keep 10 gram, how much do you think should be my chlorine gas required? How much gram? Okay, I'm just doing in front of you. Okay, it is bloody 355 grams. Do you have 355 grams? Have they given 355 grams? So there comes your smartness. You should always go with the small numbers so that things become easy. Okay, so over here I kept the big number 142 as constant and I went attacking for the small number, that is hydrogen gas. Okay, so you can definitely do the other way. You will realize that you do not have 355 grams of chlorine. You just have 142. Okay, so keep that 142 and find out the hydrogen, how much hydrogen is required. So once you have sufficient practice, you'll be able to identify which is what. Okay, so 11th standard first topic. Okay, so basic concepts of chemical, basic concepts of chemistry. You will do a lot of such things. 11th standard opening, first day, first show. You will do this. Okay, chemistry, 11th standard. Okay, so I hope you like it. So this was the question. Okay, this was the question. At least now, if you understood, you can click on the yes icon. So if you understood now. Okay, if you did not understand, no problem. So please, this is not for exam. This is just for knowledge. You can watch the recorded video. Okay, madam is gonna upload the video. You can ask coordinator madam for the link. Okay, so she will share the link. You can watch the recorded video. Okay, so how do we know whether there's some extra quantity or not? Solve. Look at the ratio. Find out. Put the ratio. Figure it out. Okay. 1:30, 1:35.5 is what we found out. You put the data of the grams given in the question and check it out whether you have the required amount of reactants or not. Okay, and then you will realize. Okay, so there you go. That was just an extra question. Don't worry. I'll write here not for exam. Okay, this is not for exam. Okay, that is just to check your knowledge. Okay, so in your school exam, they'll give separate. Don't worry. So whatever we did in yesterday's class, day before yesterday's class, that's all. Okay. So the next thing, okay, as I told, okay, I'm going to show you about the Google Maps first. Okay, and then we move to the last topic. Okay, no, not the last, next topic, that is Dalton's atomic theory. Okay, but first
Download Simply Piano today.
I want to show you the Google Maps. Okay, so very nice. So that was the working, okay, the functioning of the Google Maps. A lot of data, okay, a lot of data is involved. Okay, it constantly keeps on receiving the data as well as the feedback from the users. Okay, so now you may ask, sir, I don't use data. I don't give feedback also. You need not give it, they take it. Okay, so they take it whenever you use the Google Maps. Okay, so they are constantly, you know, receiving the data from your side. Okay, whenever you travel from the source to destination, you need not directly, okay, so give them the feedback or the data. Okay, they are taking the data from the user. Okay, they know how many people are using it. Okay, how much data is recorded, and then they will have these models based on the machine learning, and then the software, the machine learning methods is going to predict the traffic, the shorter ways, and everything else that the customer needs. Okay, so the future is data scientist. Okay, so if you are a data scientist, then you have a great future ahead. The career aspect is wonderful. Okay, no only computer science, no, it's gone. Okay, you should be having data analysis skills. Okay, so that is, you should be a data scientist. Okay, and you should know all these complex programming languages called R. Okay, so statistics you learn from your Mohit sir. Okay, statistics on a larger scale. You have the R programming language. Okay, so machine learning is the future. Okay, because everything is going to be artificial. Okay, so welcome to a new world. Okay, so I'm going to definitely show you a lot of other things also later. Okay, but now let's come back to chemistry. Okay, so next concept what we have is Dalton's atomic theory. Okay, so or the postulates of Dalton. Okay, so after all these chemical laws of chemical combinations, okay, the Dalton was the person who satisfactorily could explain a lot of things. Okay, so which opened the doors of chemistry for the scientists. Okay, then after Dalton's atomic theory, there was no looking back. Okay, in the next chapter, you will see how everybody else, okay, so could do the research, okay, and could understand more about an atom thanks to Dalton's atomic theory. Okay, so they are the postulates. Okay, so we have to learn those postulates. Okay, so how to learn those postulates? You need not by heart. Okay, so you have other wonderful ways of remembering the things. How do you do that? Okay, so I'm going to tell you how do you do that. Okay, so long ago, so I saw this movie long ago. Okay, how many of you have seen this? Okay, so wonderful movie. Okay, yes, you can click on the yes icon. Okay, if you have watched this movie, so amazing. Okay, so Sushant Singh Rajput. Okay, so very good movie. Okay, very good acting, and it at least motivates us, inspires us that the journey is not going to be easy. You have to face a lot of obstacles. Okay, so now you did not by heart the movie. Okay, but if I ask you, when did the heroine die? The first half or the second half? Or if I ask you what is the story, you will quickly tell me the story. You never by hearted the movie. You just saw it once. Okay, but you know the story. Okay, you know the story. You know the entire movie. Okay, so how are we able to do this? Because our brain do not think that it has to by heart this. Okay, our brain just enjoys the story. Okay, and that is why people love stories. Okay, so try to do this Dalton's atomic theory also in the form of a story. So what is the story? I'm going to tell you the story. So in every movie, there's a hero, and the introduction to the hero is very important. Hero's introduction is very important. Okay, so afterwards, the hero is shown. Next, you should know about the hero's family. Okay, next, you should know about the heroine and heroine's family. Then what do you think next will happen? Okay, it's a successful movie, no tragedy. Okay, so plain simple, happy go lucky. Okay, so good ending. Okay, and in this movie, there's no villain also. Okay, so they are only happy things. Okay, so very positive movie. Okay, so hero's family, heroine's family. So what else next? Simple marriage. And what else after marriage? Kids, over. Okay, this is a simple story of all of us, your parents, my parents, everybody's parents, most of the parents. Okay, so consider your father only as the hero. Okay, simple introduction, hero, hero's family, heroine's family, marriage, and the kids. Over. And there you are the kid in your family. Okay, so this is a simple thing. If you know the simple thing, then you will definitely know the Dalton's atomic theory postulates. Okay, so if you watch the South Indian movies, okay, I love the introduction of the hero. Okay, how many of you like the introduction of the South Indian movies? You can click on the yes icon, Kannada, or Telugu or whatever if you're watching. Okay, so you can definitely let me know if you do not like the introduction. So then that's okay, that's fine. Okay, so some of the amazing introductions. Okay, so crazy. Okay, so look at the style. Okay, and look at the way they show the project. Okay, so I have one more about Rajnikant, the famous, the superstar Rajnikant. Amazing. Okay, Kabali scene, but I'm going to show you later. Okay, so first, you just have to enjoy the story, that's all, and consider Dalton's atomic theory as the story. So, what is the introduction? What is the hero's introduction? Atom. Okay, so can you tell me the definition of atom? That is the hero's introduction. Our hero is atom. Okay, so I write here, our hero is atom. So what do you think is the definition of atom? Okay, so very nice. All of us know that atoms are your fundamental unit of matter. Okay, so basically all matter is made up of atoms. So that is what I am writing. Introduction of hero, introduction of atom. So I'm going to write all matter is made up of tiny particles. That is only your atom. Okay, so you can just also write it as the atom is the fundamental unit of matter. Over. Simple. See, that is our hero's introduction. Now we are talking more about the hero. Introduction over. Now about the hero. So what exactly is this hero, our atom? Strength. Okay, so the next thing is our atom cannot be created nor destroyed. So atoms cannot be created nor destroyed. Okay, so I can tell that atom is indivisible, particle. Okay, so that is my hero strength. Okay, he can never be destroyed nor created. He is just indivisible. So over. Now comes hero's family. Okay, some interesting characters. Hero's family. So what about the hero's family? So now I'm gonna enter few characters. Family, I'm gonna mean it as element. That's all. Okay, hero is atom. So family, you know, is your elements. So I'm gonna write my next point. Okay, so atoms of same element. Okay, atoms of same element, or you can tell atoms of the given element. So no problem. Have identical have identical mass and chemical properties. Okay, that's all. So this is simple. Okay, so you look like your parents. Okay, so in the same way, atoms of the same element will have the same mass and the chemical properties. Okay, so that is your hero's family. Okay, so similarly, so you have heroine. Okay, you have heroine. But most of the time, heroine's family will not agree to hero's family because they are different family. Okay, they have some misunderstanding or whatever. Okay, so now exactly the statement we wrote, third statement, slight modification. So only few words will change. Atoms of different element, that's all. Atoms of different element have different mass and chemical properties. That's all. Okay, so you see here, this word I am changing. That's all. Have different. Okay, have different mass and chemical properties. Okay, over. Okay, so this much. If you understood till here, till heroine's family, you can click on the yes icon. Okay, in the exam, don't write heroine and all, man. Okay, in the exam, if you write like that, no marks. That is just for your understanding purpose. I wrote, that's all. Okay, so till your postulate number 4. Okay, till heroine's family, if you understood, you can click on the S icon. This is just how I remember, simple, because I don't want to buy hard things. I cannot buy hard. Also, most of the time, if I buy hard, I do mistakes because I cannot remember for so long. Okay, so you shouldn't buy hard things. Try to understand, try to have your own story, okay, so that you can remember. So this is a nice story. Okay, so next comes my marriage. Okay, so what will happen next? That is marriage. So what is this marriage? Compound. Okay, compound is a marriage. Okay, so don't write compound is a marriage in the exam. Okay, they'll cut marks. Okay, here it's just an equivalent term, metaphor. Understand? Okay, so point number 5, I'm gonna write here. Atoms combine. Marriage, boy and girl combine. Here atoms combine in the ratio of small whole numbers to form compound. Okay, to form compound. Okay, so simple. So that is your marriage. It's just a deal. Okay, you can just write atoms combine in simple whole number ratio. Okay, to form compound. Okay, now of course after marriage you have the output. Okay, so that is my last point. Okay, or the last postulates. Okay, this is last postulate, so which is important. Kids are very important. Okay, for you are very important for your parents. Okay, so the last point, very important. Right here, very important. So what is this very important? So the last point I'm writing, the relative, use the same sentence itself. If you change anything, the interpretation changes. Okay, so hence stick to the same stuff. Okay, the relative number and kinds of atoms are constant in a compound, are constant in a compound. Okay, so that means, okay, you have a compound, for example, water. Okay, so in the compound water, the relative number and the kinds, that means hydrogen 2 atoms, oxygen 1 atom will only be there in water. Take any water, okay, mineral water, tap water, okay, Bisleri water, rain water, gutter water, any water you take, water will have hydrogen and oxygen. Hydrogen, 2 atoms, oxygen, 1 atom, which is fixed, which is constant. You cannot change. Okay, just because it is gutter water, you cannot write H2O2. You write H2O2, that is a new compound. Do you know the name of H2O2? Who can tell me the name of H2O2? H2O2 is hydrogen peroxide. Okay, it is another compound. It's not at all water. Okay, you see, just you wrote 2. You had a different compound name itself. Okay, so hence, everything is fixed. Okay, the number, the relative number and the kinds of atoms are constant. In the example of water, hydrogen 2 atoms, oxygen 1 atom, it is fixed. Okay, it is fixed or it is constant. So you cannot change. If you change, then you get another compound. Okay, so that is your last point. Okay, so there you go. So here is your complete Dalton's atomic theory. Okay, so you can just try to know the story, or you did not like the story. No problem. Okay, you remember the postulates properly. Okay, don't like the story, no issues. Okay, you at least know the postulates. So matter has this tiny particles, okay, that is atom. So while writing, you have to write properly. Okay, all matter is made up of tiny particles called atom. Okay, atoms cannot be created nor destroyed. Atom is indivisible particle. Okay, so atoms of same element have identical mass and chemical properties. Atoms of different element will have different mass and chemical properties. Okay, so next postulate. So atoms combine in simple whole number ratio to form compound. Combine, marriage. Final kids. Okay, the relative number and kinds of atoms are constant in a compound. Okay, these are your 6. Okay, these are your 6 postulates of Dalton's atomic theory. Okay, so here you go. We have written all this. Okay, if you understood this, you can click on the yes icon. Okay, if you understood Dalton's postulates. Okay, so very simple, so very easy. Okay, so I just also want to ask you if you have read this uh, fiction book. Okay, so nice book. So when I was a kid, I just used to read book. This is one of the time pass. Okay, one of the feel good books. Okay, so the name of the book, now it is also a movie. Okay, so this is the book written by Chetan Bhagat. Okay, so over here, so he has written like very beautiful. Okay, so marriages are not simple. Okay, they are very complicated. Okay, as you can see over there. Okay, so wonderful. Okay, so okay, it's just a feel good movie. You won't get any extra knowledge. Okay, you want some extra knowledge. Okay, you want to learn some new things. Okay, then go for science fiction books. Okay, so the latest of The Origin, okay, by Dan Brown. So very nice. Okay, so I started to like in my school itself long back. Okay, it's 10th standard. Due to some very special people, they introduced me to a special world. Okay, so uh, I've read almost all of the Dan Brown's book. Okay, so very amazing. You will learn a lot. Okay, you will learn a lot. Okay, so try to read. Okay, so try to read. Okay, so one of my favorite is this. Okay, that is Dan Brown. So Angels and Demons. Okay, and even Da Vinci Code is also fantastic. Okay, so try to read. Okay, try to read books. Okay, it helps your intellectual skills. Okay, and also interest will increase. Okay, so try to read this. Okay, so brilliant book. Okay, so very nice. You will fall in love with science. You hate science, please do me one favor, read the book, and definitely you will have a different opinion about science. Okay, so amazing. So please try to read books rather than watch movies. Use time. Okay, use time. Books are always going to be better than the movies. Okay, so read the book, see the movie. 1000% I will tell that book was much more interesting, because in the book you are the director, you are the screenplay, you are everything, you are imagining. Okay, so whereas in the movie you see somebody else imagination, somebody else direction. Okay, so watch the movie, read the book, you will love the book itself. Okay, so that's something I just wanted to tell. Okay, so we today's class. Okay, so but before that, let's have a quick review of our atomic theory. Okay, from Dalton. Okay, so it's a very nice video, simple to understand. Exam. Okay, this was just a small animation. Okay, so that you can understand things easily in terms of small kids cartoons and all. Okay, so hope you like it. So the next part, so we have the quiz on your screen. Okay, I'm going to share the screen. So enter this game pin and join the quiz. So what is the quiz about? The quiz is about whatever we have learned till now. Okay, so that is your chemical laws of combination and your basics. Okay, the previous class. Okay, so this is the game pin. You enter this and join the quiz. So let us see if you can win today's quiz. Okay, so last 10 seconds. Okay, you can just quickly join and I will just start the quiz. Okay, so congratulations to all the winners for everybody. Okay, so very nice. So that was today's class. Okay, thank you so much. So see you again. Bye bye. So please study everything.